20分ラウンド無制限を行います。
You know, I think personally this is going to be a really exciting match.
I concur.
青コーナー185センチ104キロ
You know, Coleman looks fresh.
Coleman!
There he is. You know, he's got a really relaxed look in his eyes, unlike in the old days when he really was tense.
He looks very
赤
relaxed.
コーナー176センチ102.2キロ Igor Vovchanchyn!
Well, you know, both of them don't look too bad, actually. They've been in 2 fights in a sense.
You know, I think this is a really great treat because this is the first time a Pride event has ever been broadcast in North America, and I think they're in for a real treat.
Jesus, guys, this is,
I mean, this tournament has been nothing short of phenomenal. Every fight has just been a barn burner.
except the fight between Coleman and Fujita.
Yeah, well.
All right, well, guys, here it goes.
Right, don't tell me what to do, okay? Okay, there we go.
Okay, here we go. Will it be a boxing match or will Coleman shoot? We'll soon find out.
But he has to punch first. Let him think he can box.
Igor looks a little nervous. He's not being very aggressive. But
he never usually is. He usually sets the guy up. Like when he fought Francisco Bueno, he just circled him for about a minute and then dropped the bomb.
You think he's going to low kick?
He's got good reflexes, Mark. It's going to be a beautiful fight.
Here he comes.
There's the shoot. We knew it would happen. And he drives in, takes Igor down into the guard.
Beautiful takedown.
And this is what Mark wants him to do. Just sit there and hold him in a guard. That's what I would do. Why try to break it? Just beat down on him. It's a long night, though.
I think this is a good strategy for him because Coleman doesn't want to, even though he's new at stand-up fight, doesn't want to sit there and stand up with Igor because Igor's been there too many times.
And on the ground like this, yeah, you know, this is, to me, the way he's standing is a lot of waste of energy. He should sit down so he's not working so hard and just fight from the bottom. Just fight on his knees. This is energy. And, you know, I think he has to understand what he's doing. I mean, he's improved a lot. There's no question. He's improved a lot since 14 and the other fights he's had in the UFC. He's a mature fighter, and he has a tough fight here with Vovchanchyn. Now, it just depends on how Vovchanchyn's going to play him, because Vovchanchyn can take a lot of punishment.
Yes, he can. And, you know, and Vovchanchyn has a unique way because he's got the shorter legs of getting those under the guy, pushing the guy back, popping back up, and throwing the punch or the knee to the head.
The thing is, go ahead, boss.
Oh, no, I said Mark is starting again with his right hands to the body. Body shot. I think he's going to continue his work what he did with Shoji.
Yeah. Right.
What I said also, he has to work to the liver, you know, give it the left hooks, you know. That's more effect.
Well, you know, you got to understand, you got to call before you can walk. He's not a striker, he's a grappler.
I know, but hey, he is a striker.
He's a striker now, though.
That's what I say.
He's doing it. So, but it's not in his makeup yet to think that way.
Okay.
Right now, he feels comfortable with his right hand. That's all he feels. That's where his power's at. He doesn't. To say he doesn't really understand the value of the left hand. It's not so much to knock somebody out. It's a setup. It's a distraction. The only thing is to hurt. That's Mark's style. He doesn't believe in tap. You know.
He's not a finesse fighter.
No. Bust.
Balls.
Get my name. Manolo.
Yeah, it's that time of the evening, folks.
But, you know, like I said, I personally wouldn't stay up there like that, Mark. But he's having control because it's me that's energy. You got a long night.
I would pass the guard, or pass his guard, because it's constantly open. And he can do it, you know. Go to side control, and it's much better for him.
It's a better position. I mean, everybody thinks the guard is a great position. Maybe for jiu-jitsu it's a great position, but for fighting, it's counteractive because you can't.
He's going to try that neck crank, it looks like, but it's going to be really hard for Igor because Igor, just his build is.
What neck?
You got no neck,
no neck.
And he's really got a strong, you know, neck.
But if you notice the difference in this fight compared to Shoji's fight, Mark's being very patient. He's not going out to try to bust up on him.
I think he knew because Igor outweighs Shoji by at least 25, 30 pounds.
Well, no, he's got a long night potential.
Yeah. He wanted to get the Shoji one over with it. Now this is no round, but, you know, one round, get it over with, dominate, which he did. And Igor's saving his gas tank here too. We've seen Igor against Mark Kerr pop back up and just blister him with right hands over the top.
There you go. Use that damn left hand. It hits hard. Then up, it's open. It's open up. It's open.
Now, I wonder if this is going to be the game plan or
His
not.
body. Back to his body.
Well, if it were you, what would you do? Would you be the aggressor in this situation? Because now it's the last,
If I had
last fight.
the qualities, what Coleman have, the wrestling qualities, I will pass this guy, go to side control, and then beat him up.
Yeah, throw the
And he
knee.
has that quality because he's just strong and he's a very good wrestler. And once he's on the side, you know, it's very difficult to get a guy up like that because that's their game.
Yeah, a guy like this, and he could really do the knee attack too from the side mount.
It's now, what, 11 o'clock here, and the house is still packed. The fans must really enjoy the fight, because I know I am.
Oh, this is great.
Left hand of the body.
But this is going to be a fight of patience. How much patience does Coleman have? How much does Igor have?
Gives the left shots to the body.
5 minutes past.
Take it up to the head.
You know, both these men are experienced at this game. Igor has close to double the experience Coleman does, but Coleman has been in some tough fights with some of the greater fights. Now, Igor's striking from the bottom a little bit.
Left hand now.
And that's what I would do, fight from the bottom. A lot of guys don't do that. You have to,
There you go, just like Boss said, get into the side mount.
Under the arm.
You think he'll go for the crank, the Coleman crank?
He's going to go for sure for
Take
the
that
Coleman
inside,
crank.
pummel
But
inside
I never got that because it's easy to escape. You only have to twist on your side, and then the pressure of your chest is off. So
I think the knee to the back of the head's always nice.
Yeah, that was really nice. Well, that's how you got out of it with Mark Coleman.
It saved me, trust me.
I think you actually dinged him up when you did that. I think he was like seeing stars for a second.
It's a hard one because what happens, you're right, Boston, you get twist over. The Mark's weight on you, it's hard to twist over because he's very heavy.
he's very heavy, and this is his game, man.
Yes.
Jeez, you don't get a guy out like that.
Elbow to the body.
He's like Olympic team wrestler. This guy's not like a wrestler. He's an Olympic team, man. He made the
Way
team.
back on his hips a little bit.
He's good.
Way back on his hips a little
When we
bit.
did fighting the Olympics in wrestling.
There he comes. Oh, shit, he was sending it up.
Mark, look for his right arm, buddy. That key lock.
I can say that, they told me.
You've already
yesterday.
said it, baby. You've already said it. The damage has been done, if any.
They're restarting them closer to the center of the ring because they had reached close to the edge of the ring, going to slide out. They didn't want to have that happen. Coleman working the side mount.
Sit out and slide your leg through.
Now, we've seen one other long fight with Royce Gracie and Kazushi Sakuraba. This one potentially could be long as well.
Yeah, it was an exciting fight. It was it's like I said, to me, and you may disagree, but it's like old school versus new school. And you have to start.
I don't disagree at all.
Was Mark not in side control?
He was, but he lost it.
Oh. I thought
They did, but then he got out. But yeah, the new style, hopefully the guys understand that the sport's evolved and you have to evolve the sport. I mean, sure, you can say your style is good and your style is good and your style is good, but your style by itself isn't good enough anymore. You have to hybrid train. You have to train with other fighters that know their game. And this is what happened in the case of Royce's fight. He just didn't have enough for striking.
Igor trying to scoot him up with those knees, but Coleman's still on top, still in control.
And he'll be there. That's his game.
Yep. Exactly right, man. It's like Kerr, you know? Once they're there, it's difficult to get them out.
Yes. He's using his head, literally.
He's grinding away on the side of Igor's cheek. Coleman still chopping away with little backhands and punches to the head. This will be a test of endurance for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And depending on where Igor's at, you know, Coleman's been tested to go a half hour. Yeah, we went through a half hour with me, and then what do you go with Morales? With the distance.
Ricardo Moraes, that was a distance fight too. That was 20 minutes.
So he can go that long at least.
Yeah, and now you get $200,000 behind it, eh? I think
Motivation.
that's double motivation right there.
Yeah, they really want that money. Igor dropped some weight in this fight. He's actually about 10 pounds lighter than he was in the last Pride event on January 30th. So he trained a lot to get his cardio up. And the same thing. And this is a 20-minute round.
Of unlimited rounds.
Unlimited rounds.
The fighters determine the destiny of this fight. Stop, or you can go. And for 200,000, I'm sure they're going to go for a while.
200.
200.
Yeah, the runner-up gets $50,000. And
good, but if you're close to 200, you want to have the 200.
well, of course. But and the two third place guys get $25,000 each.
But that is good money, man.
Oh, that's great money, even if you place.
And it's on top of your appearance money.
Right. Now, let's hope this sport continues to grow, because these fighters, all of us fighters who fight in this business, deserve this, if not more, than any other fighter out there in the business. Even more than my love for kickboxing, even more than the sport of boxing. This is a hard fight. This is a test of two men. Not specialized sport in the sense like in kickboxing and boxing, but two men fighting. Kind of like the old days of gladiators. This is interesting. And you know, unfortunately, it doesn't sell well in America yet. But this hopefully will open the eyes to the public again. That there's more fights out there, different companies, and it's still safe. Nobody's been killed.
Oh, that was nice.
Vovchanchyn
Yes. Almost got away,
He
but
rolled out of the good. He got that.
but
That was good. He kept rolling with it.
I completely agree with you on that, Mo. And I think that the tournament format is the best way to get the sport into the public eye. I think single fights, you get more trapped into some politics, whereas a tournament, people like tournaments. I remember when other events in the United States started out, they started doing tournaments and they had a big public following when they went to a single fight format, but they lost some of their following.
The difference being in that, go ahead, boss.
Yeah, it's never honest. A tournament is not honest.
Yeah, you can't trust
You know, no, because one guy fights like what we saw Sakuraba, 1.5 hours, and the other guy fights 50 minutes, you know?
But the public likes the tournament.
No, I think the public likes the fighting, in my opinion, Steve, because I, as a fighter, would not want to fight a tournament necessarily, because it's a lot of work. And I think if you're a new fighter coming up, a tournament's important. But the top guys should have to fight so much to make some money.
Well, in this tournament, these guys have all been around, and this is, you know, a great tournament.
Oh, without question. The dispute with me isn't that you're right. I'm just saying that I don't think a fighter should fight so much to get paid. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for the body, and one fight should be enough typically. But for beginner guys just coming to the game to get recognized, yes, tournaments I think are good for them. See what they have, what it takes to be a free fighter.
Yeah, I understand your point.
Because once you've established yourself, you shouldn't have to fight 3 fights in a night. It's like the K1, you know, they're going to do the same thing now. They're going to do the same format now, where it's just going to be 3 fights in a night or whatever. That's a lot of work on it, especially in just strike fighting. Just strike fighting, that's going to be hard.
Yeah, well, they've been doing that for years.
No. They're going to make the tournament more every fight from this point on. Every fight's going to be a tournament.
Oh,
yes.
God, really?
Yes.
Because I see, with me, I think that what Pride has done, or what the K1 has been doing for, you know, the last 7 years, is to have the qualifying events, single fights, all the way up until the final, and then do what Pride did this time, have the tournament of their champion.
That's what it was, but now they decided to change. They wanted to think of it kind of like, you know, in the sense of soccer, how they run their tournaments. Right. But this is different. This is physical punishment. You know?
I mean, you clashing shins and heads and everything.
Look at the right hands Coleman's giving Khan.
Yeah, that's what he's
They're having impact. Trust me.
Yeah.
He's doing good. See, there we go again.
Yeah. But Igor's thick.
Yeah, he's
thick, so it's not going to have the same impact as it did.
No, I thought you was so thick.
Yeah, but Igor's thick. Look at how thick he is. His girth. Girth being girth being in circumference.
Circumference, very good, Will. You know, Igor does not look like his spirit has been broken one bit, though.
He's got, in his country, he's going to be a millionaire after this fight. This is a lot to give. It's a lot to lose for him. But see, for me, I'd go for the head more to make him bleed, to make him stop. You know, just keep cutting him open.
Yeah.
Under the body's cool, but it's not a smart thing to continue there. Head, body, head. Make the guy bleed.
Hook
make
straight,
his eyes
hook straight.
yes. Make his eyes swell up so he can't see. Make the fight stop on that way. But this is what Coleman knows. And like I said, I wouldn't be in that guard that Vovchanchyn's in, I'd be in the open guard so I can get out or move away. Vovchanchyn has that move down pretty well because as soon as Coleman rolls him over, he just continues to roll over instead of staying flat. I like that. You know, it makes a lot of sense. When you stay flat, when you pass, you're going to be on side control. And he's there now, isn't he?
Yes. Side control, ladies and gentlemen. This is good.
Turn on your left hip so you can unhook your left leg.
Now we can work again for that hammer lock where he was working on
Get that out of there.
before they changed the position the last time. Keep this going.
Vovchanchyn's very strong too, though. This is going to be hard to get that. Because he's short, he's stout. He has a lot. He's like for myself, even yourself, boss, for longer limbs. Igor's short. It's going to be hard to get this kind of moves over my thing. I would just do like that. Go for his face.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Boy, he's starting to really land on that left side of Igor's head. There's Mr. Inoki.
Listen to the crowd. They love the man still.
They show him, they get the cheers.
The man's a legend, you know. That's a status that's not easily attained in this world. Oh, Mark's trying to muscle out of it. See, he's trying to muscle into that. You see, look at Mark's face now. He's starting to work hard. And this may not be such a good thing for him. Because if you look at him, he's really straining. He wants to muscle a good move in. And he's going to burn that energy.
There we go.
So look at his face.
Yeah, he's trying a little hard right now.
Put your shin on his belly. If you're happy, put your shin on his
He's
belly.
got him, man, if he wants.
Take a side now, T-lock.
Turn.
He's got him.
Oh, this is not good. This is not good. It's bad shape.
No, he's all right.
My God.
He's real short. He's stout.
Look at this.
See?
Uh-oh.
See, there you go. Now he's going to get out.
A lot of energy.
There you go, see? But he's smart. He realized, hey, that's how to work.
Exactly. He gave it up.
See, that's good. That's what he learned.
He's going for it again. He thinks he's got it.
He has to shove his hand over the ground to Igor's side.
You take it to the back.
Yes, he has to push it to the left, so Coleman to the left, over the ground, there, further. No, not like this.
Not that way. That's lack of experience.
Yeah.
Submission, that's
I'll
good.
tell you one thing, though, Igor is strong.
And yet, no, but he can finish it easy if you did it.
Pull it down towards his hips.
Here.
Yeah, to the hips.
And then you lift it up the elbow. That's it. Now
there you go.
this cost a lot of power.
Yeah, he used a lot of energy trying to get that T-lock.
But you're right, but he didn't do a lot like I thought like he would in the past. I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it. He did it up. Okay, it's not there. Let me try again. So you can say Marcus matured as a fighter. He's not the same fighter he was in the first UFC 10, 12, whatever it was, 11, 12.
10, 11.
So he's definitely matured as a fighter now. He's a lot smarter in a way that he's not going to burn his energy. But still, the thing is, if Vovchanchyn he tried to get into Mark's head by making Mark exert a lot of energy. He's not doing, he's just kind of defensive. He's got to move so Mark can move. You know, scoot away so Mark will chase him, make Mark burn energy.
Yep. Well, Mark said that he's got a much more serious attitude about fighting than he did 3.5 years ago. And he says it's become a job now. Back then it was more fun. He attributes part of that to the fact that he now has 2 daughters.
Yeah, there's been a lot of change for him.
Good solid punches again, man.
Yeah.
I like that. He's fighting a smart game.
Who looks tired, the most tired right now?
Nobody.
Look at the face of Mark. Look at the face of Igor.
Well, it's hard to see Mark's face right now because he's buried in Igor's chest. But yeah, Igor does look like he's
very
not
relaxed.
as tired. Yeah, he's very relaxed.
He's not doing anything. Mark's doing all the work, and that is going to take it against him. If I was Igor, I'd be moving and make Mark chase me, you know, because that's going to burn energy. Look at Mark's face. He's all red now. He's really blown up. But he's okay. But it's the next 2-3 rounds that the fight's going to change, I think.
Yeah, I think so. The automatic stand-up at the beginning of each round will be real interesting.
I think he should pass the guard again. Go to the side.
I just punch his head. See, the body shot, it's going to hurt, but it's not going to stop a fighter that's as thick as he is. I'd go for the head to mess up his eyes, hurt his nose, make him bleed, make him cut. It would make it a lot easier fight, you know, to end quicker because of cut.
Yeah, I know when you fought Coleman, you used your hand over his mouth a couple times for a good advantage because when he was getting winded, you did it one time and he really got winded, and then you reversed him and stood back up, and it was hard for him to take you down after that.
Yeah. Like I said, everybody's changed. Everybody's smarter now. The game is moving. See, Mark still, I mean, the remnants of Mark will be in the next round when he gets tired. Then you're going to see what he has because he's, like I said, or is his eye swollen? Which is it? Maybe his eye swollen. Maybe that's what I'm saying.
I think he's doing good condition-wise.
Yeah, he's not working too hard.
About 1 minute left. I wonder what's going to happen.
Oh, look at Mark kind of smother him too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I knew. I was waiting for him to do that. 1 minute left. Well, it's been a real strategic fight for Mark Coleman. It hasn't been a real exciting fight.
No, but like you said, strategy is the whole thing here now. Igor's thing is to hope. I would think he's going to think that Mark's going to tire out. Let him blow, let him blow, let him blow. Yeah, and then he's going to tire out.
It's going to be in the favor for Igor, the unlimited rounds. Because he fought long rounds. Yeah. But then again, Mark did 2 in his last fight, so.
And Mark uses his head a lot. Now, I don't know if that's in the rules to use your head, but that's
well, as long as he's not striking with it, I guess he's pushing with it. But Igor evidently fought 2 30-minute fights in one tournament. Yeah. One of his Russian tournaments.
Okay. Mark's got a cut in his eye. Good. He's got a cut in his eye, though.
Yeah, it's those heads in close proximity that must have done it, because I don't know that Igor landed a strike that opened that.
Maybe Mark did it himself by using his head. Look at the man.
Sakuraba.
Mr. Sakuraba, the hero of the Pride Fighting Championships 2000.
It's so Inoue. Look at Inoue, a very famous person over here in Japan. Also fought in the UFC against Roller Hoist Alger.
Royce Alger. You want to say Hoist, right?
Hey, it's whatever. It's either, well, in America, it would be Royce, but since I'm with the Brazilians, talking to them, I got to be Hoist or Royce. The R Alger.
That's you in the beginning, eh? Vixen.
Okay, here it is. Coleman in side control, going for that key lock and really twisting it hard, but Igor doesn't seem to be worried about it at all.
No, because the position, like Boss said, he's too high up.
Yeah, and he can roll out. If you bring the elbow here, he cannot bridge out.
See, he inched his body out a little bit.
Yeah, he's really trying for that. But then he backed off, as we said, and then he went for it again when he thought he had a better position.
Igor's very relaxed.
Completely relaxed. Coleman's doing the work on this move.
Looks like Pat's talking to him about it. Take it. Yes, he's telling him everything. Take it down more.
Yeah, cornerman Pat Millich is coaching him on to keep that elbow down toward the hip. Here it is again. Igor pops out, back into the guard, and Coleman stays on top. Here we go. Round 2, Vovchanchyn. There's Gilbert Eibel right there from Holland.
Yeah, very tough and very exciting individual.
Most exciting.
Very charismatic.
Yeah, charismatic and a wild fighter. One of the top no-holds-barred fighters in Holland currently. 22 years old, 220 pounds, 6'2".
Ute.
You
got the Ute.
Here we go, round 2.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that Coleman didn't punch with Igor on the stand-up part. His punches were showing good. But maybe he doesn't want to risk that because Igor will throw a punch. But look at Igor's hands are down.
Igor likes to slip from side to side and throw that overhand right or left.
Yeah, typically the right, yes.
And he does tend to dip to the left and throw that overhand right, the same way he did with Mark Kerr.
Okay, Mark's gonna come in for a shoot again.
Yeah, Mark's right eye is kind of swollen up.
Probably from himself.
Yeah, probably from rubbing his head against Igor's head.
He's learning to cut. See how he's cutting the ring off?
He's cutting the ring off. It's perfect. It's working good.
There's the shoot. And he's got the single and he got the slam. Down they go, same position. Here we are. Igor on the bottom with the guard, Coleman on top, getting ready to grind away with that right hand to the ribs. I think you're right about going to the left side with the left hook to the liver, because if you could do that, you could just switch position. Yeah.
And he did it a few times. You see it? You can see the marks on his side.
Nice poke. Nice poke.
Good. Now he's doing it. Very good. And again and again.
Igor slaps back right on the ear, but that was one strike to.
Yes, I go for the head more. I would go for the just to try to create a swollen eye. That's not gonna work. That's energy. Don't do that, Mark. That's energy.
Doesn't seem to be a lot of coaching from Pat Miletich. He's probably just going to let Mark do his thing.
Listen to Pat. He's soft-spoken. You know, he's not going to sit there and scream, which isn't necessary.
Especially in Japan, nobody talks. Nobody says.
Yeah, so you can hear him anyway because they're a very quiet crowd.
Yeah, you can hear a pin drop sometimes in one of these matches where they get on the ground.
Pummel inside on him.
Like right now.
Inside on him.
Boys. Somebody just called there like 60 rows back and you can hear him.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think the crowd is here for the finish.
Yeah, I think so.
They're not going anywhere. They want to know.
It's 11 o'clock here, 11:15, and they still here. Like I said, they want to see the end of this fight. It could be an hour, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 2 hours. Who wants the most?
It can be 10 hours.
I won't be here that night. Sorry.
Okay, there he goes. He's passing the guard into the side mount again, but in the corner.
Post between you and him with your left.
Anytime soon,
Post
referee
between you and him with your
Shimada
left.
will be resetting them toward the center of the ring. Because they're going to get all tied up and connected on the ropes. Igor's got his leg up on the ropes now. Now, this is a bad position because Mark can throw that knee. This is a bad position for Igor Vovchanchyn.
This is like her and Vovchanchyn.
Yeah, but it's the opposite because
Vovchanchyn was on the bottom top last time.
Bring him straight down. Straight down.
Igor's facing down, and that's illegal.
Now into the top of his head. There you go.
Good knees.
But if he blocks him, it's going to still hurt his arm.
He's stabbing!
Oh, he got him. This is great.
He made Igor. Mark Coleman has won the Pride fight.
He's running away. He's running to the fence.
2000. Mark Coleman with Igor Vovchanchyn tap out the knees. Beautiful victory. Mark Coleman.
You did it, man.
Pride.
He's not seen us.
He's playing to the crowd. He loves. He's in the crowd. That was a huge victory. What a victory.
My God.
Mark Coleman
He is back.
He is back.
Totally
Big time.
back. Totally back.
Mark Coleman is back big time. A huge victory. Probably the toughest, for sure the toughest tournament he ever fought in. What a tremendous victory. Mark Coleman prevails, wins the Pride Fighting Championship 2000 tournament.
Congratulations, Mark. I want to say something to your big fans.
You know, Igor did the right thing by tapping out because he was going to take a real
He was getting a lot of knees in the head, yeah.
And you know, he'll come back because Igor, he's a dangerous guy. He's got to, as you say, Mark, Mo, he's got to learn to fight better on the ground. You know, and I think that'll be one lesson that he will learn.
Let me say what he has.
I feel like the luckiest man in the world right now. Thank you for supporting me. When I was so far down, I had climbed back to the top.
He's giving the fans their appreciation, their accolades.
Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ. I can't believe it.
You know, Mark, you know, he really hit the depths with his three back-to-back, those three losses. I mean, that was devastating. many people would have quit the sport and gone back to wrestling or done something else. But he stuck it out, learned the game again, got good training, and now he's back at the top of the mixed martial art heat. He's #1 right now.
Number one, man.
He's #1. He beat the top fighter.
Yes, he did.
He beat Igor Vovchanchyn. Mark Coleman is #1 right now. He's at the top of the sport once again. Congratulations, Mark.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, congratulations, Mark.
Unbelievable. Hard work pays off, and here's the beautiful belt.
Oh, that is a nice
Oh,
belt.
that's an awesome belt.
Where did he keep that belt though?
Mr. Naoto
My God.
Morishita, look at that belt. That's a serious belt.
Oh, my God. This is great, man.
This is, I mean, you know, what a surprise. We thought it was going to be Kerr. We thought it was going to be Vovchanchyn in the finals. You know, Coleman was sort of a dark horse.
Yeah, I think it'd be one of the two wrestlers I felt. I actually didn't think about Vovchanchyn until I talked to you. And the one I thought was going to be there actually was going to be Kerr, but he just didn't get his game on. You know, it just didn't happen for him tonight. So Coleman wins.
Coleman wins. I think the basically the bye with Fujita really helped him.
Oh, a lot.
A lot, because Vovchanchyn had a couple tough fights.
Yeah.
Sakuraba gave Vovchanchyn a hard fight.
It's a little low, but it looks good.
It's okay, yeah. It's a big belt. Have you ever seen
nice belt.
Have you ever seen a championship belt that big?
No. Oh,
like
that nice to do.
Oh, that's a nice
belt.
Oh, he oh.
Great. Well, the comeback kid, huh?
That's right. He is the comeback kid. We thought Horace Gracie was
And he
gonna be the
came
comeback
back
kid.
rocking.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he did.
He boxed tonight. He could, and then he went back to what he knew. He went back to his wrestling.
Passing the guard, going to the side, doing everything. He's going to get a satellite dish for free, so he can watch always.
Yeah, right. You can watch all the Pride fighting championships. Yeah, look at this crowd. Look at this crowd. It's a standing ovation for Mark Coleman. What a tremendous victory. Well, this is a really an emotional thing. And, you know, you got to give some credit to Vovchanchyn. He hung in there. He stayed as long as he could. Unlimited time. You know.
$50,000 extra.
Oh, yeah.
Good, huh?
But the thing is, he got caught in the corner, you know?
Yeah, he did.
He got caught in the corner and he couldn't get out. That was a
Bad situation. Yeah, it was really bad. He would have really taken a pounding. He was taking a pounding. Well, this is Igor's third loss. Third time he's tapped out, but he will be back.
About that. No doubt.
Mark Coleman has just shaken up the heavyweight division.
There you go. There's the real story right there.
Yeah.
There is the man.
And here he is, the star of the show, Kazushi Sakuraba, who gave a tremendous performance against both Horace Gracie and Igor Vovchanchyn.
Oh my God, it was a great tournament, guys.
Oh, this was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Oh, this was absolutely outstanding. I think this lived up to the expectations and surpassed them overall, really. There it is. $25,000.
And a Sky TV satellite.
Yeah, he gets his satellite.
Yeah. I think it hit Mark, but not like he's going to hit it when he gets home with that check.
Brian Johnston is going to accept the other third place award for Fujita. Obviously, Fujita can't make it into the ring because of the knee injury. There it is. $25,000 victory. Kazushi
Also,
Sakuraba.
got like this.
Yeah, all of them.
That's great. Excellent work.
My God, man. Good. What a good night. Beautiful night.
You know, I think this really, really establishes the Pride Fighting Championship 2000 as a really formidable event.
It is definitely.
It really does. I mean, it makes this event into like a world-class thing. It's up there, you know, it's in the league now with world-class soccer and some of the bigger events, baseball. You know, people, they like this kind of thing. Very conclusive finish there from Mark the Hammer Coleman. There he is with his belt and fastened again. And he's got plenty to celebrate about now. Let the party begin. There are the three guys.
今日この場所で一つの結論が出た。しかし彼が手に入れたベルトが世界最強の証である
There they are.
新たな挑戦
Third
を
place,
拒む
second
ことは
place,
で
and
きない。
first place.
戦いの歴史は今ここに始まったばかりなのだ。Keep fighting for the next prize. Thank you.